Hi, Deki here. We are preparing ourselves to writing and putting our little notes on in the weekly good things that happened. This is my 2025, and I'm still flexing. I completed it. Commitment and consistency. I think I should put that for January because I struggled with that, but I did it. And I don't want to use the same container anymore. I want new motivation. So the new motivation is the ice cream container or the box. But I'm not going to use the box because it doesn't. It's linked to someone else. I want something that's me. And then I realized that everything that makes me happy is attached to someone. And I don't want to do that. I want to be happy by myself because of myself. I do not want this thing, and I'm going to work on it. I do not want this thing that if you know when they say, if your husband had to pass away, if your child had to pass away, how would you feel? And I'm like, yo, I would never survive. No, I don't want to do that. I want to accept that they've passed on, cry every single day for the rest of my life, but be happy on my own, because I've realized that my happiness is attached to a lot of things that are linked to other people. And when you married, we make that mistake where your child, your husband, is your everything, and then one day somebody asks you, "Hore, what do you like?" And then you don't know what you like, because everything you like is your kid liking it or your partner liking it, and when you are just going there. So I do not want anything attached to anybody. So for the notes, this is a normal A4 paper. You can, and this is how it turns out. I am discouraging you, unless if you have the money. I'm discouraging you from going and buying sparkling, sprinkly, rainbow, colorful pen, a container, and a book or pages, colored pages, because you are going to not do it for a month or miss a week. And then you're going to look at 190 that you spent, and that pen that you bought at typo, and then go like, I wasted my money. And now you start bashing yourself, you start guilt tripping yourself, and then you feel bad, and you no longer want to do it because now it's about the price that you bought it for. So don't do that. Well, I use bigger paper because I write a lot, as you know, and I do not like to write on both sides, even though I did that, but I realized that it becomes untidy. And then I'm going to stick something here. I wanted a picture of myself when I was young, but then I can't find it. The reason I want that picture is because that's the only thing that I know right now that is me only. That picture is it's when I was taking my first step. Like, you can see that Gary Kenza saw, you know, I'm trying to get balance. And then I asked my mom, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you just got up and you walked." If I can achieve walking, something so important, such a milestone, at my 1 year, whatever, however young, little babyish I was. Now I'm 36. Imagine how much more I can accomplish if I have that spirit, if I have that trust in myself, if I have that thing that even if I fail, I knew that my mom was there. When you're a child, you know that. We recognize that. So I had things that I could post, that I could put on the container. But I'm gonna tell you, I told you, I do not want to put them because they are attached to someone. Hence, I'm gonna use that picture because that is only me. So I could have, when I was pregnant, I was pregnant during Women's Day, and then at the gynae they gave us Happy Mother's Day, Women's Day. So this is attached to Netcare, my gynae, and no, I do not want that, right? Although it is a beautiful thing for people to say Happy Women's Day, happy you are gonna get a child, yes, but then I do not want that. And then this is from my neighbor. I'm gonna quickly read it. Dear Deki, thank you for being the first neighbor I like. You're a beautiful person inside and out, gorgeous, smart, caring, resilient, funny, and absolutely bad crazy. Don't ever forget that you bring value to people's lives. Yes, she explained values that I have, but this is attached to someone because somebody gave it to me. If it was a letter that I had written to myself, then I could use that. I don't want these little notes or scriptures because my other friend gave this to me from the vow. And then I wanted to put my son's picture or his scan, or this scan, right? But then I realized that also it's attached to somebody else, which is my husband. I didn't make this child alone, don't want it. And then I wanted to put this. It's a beautiful picture. This was a good time in my life. I think I was in grade 8 and things were going good, and I was still a good student before depression showed me flames and anxiety. And guys, I think if you have joined any of my lives, you will know I do talk about my story about how I hate my 20s. I hate my teen years. So I'm not gonna do that because this uniform traumatizes me. Besides that, the school, somebody else was paying for it, which is my parents, okay, which they never paid. But then that's just to somebody because I didn't take myself to school. Fine. Then I wanted to put this. This is my son's little cute paper. You see, it's my son's. Doesn't represent me. But I'm going to tell you, I already have the first thing for the year that has made me happy. Schools are opening next week. When I realized that, I was very happy. Yes. So wait, I'm going to put this. Then I'm going to put it in the plastic. That's just it. There's nothing more I can say. That's just it. You do that, simplify it as much as possible, and let yourself go. Let yourself do something that you've never done before and see how gratifying that is. So yeah, bye.